What's up, man? How's it going, brothers and sisters out there? How you doing, man? I really appreciate you guys actually jumping on. Apologies for the whole cock up that's happened. It's supposed to be a couple of hours before, about 2 hours ago. A dog bit me, bro. That's mad, you know. It's fucking mad. I went for a fucking run. Literally went for a fucking run. I'm like, you know what? I'm a bit bored in it. Like, I know BTC is gonna rip, right? I made the plans on Twitter and whatnot, took the longs openly, had the fucking stop loss out there for you, and I was like, well, it's gonna hit target eventually, innit? So at least Monday's high. I think Monday's high is gonna come into place. We'll talk about Bitcoin and dollar index first as well and whatnot. And I thought I would go for a fucking run. And some fucking ravaged dog came barking out of nowhere. Didn't really take much notice of it as well. I could hear it in the headphones. And then, like, fucking dog's running behind me like a motherfucker, innit? And there's me like an Indian puddu just running like a bitch, man. I was like, fuck. And the dog just caught up with me, gripped my leg, like, through the face and shit. And well, then, like, he wouldn't let go in it. And the owner, right, I'm like, the fuck, who's fucking dog? Get the fuck off me! And I was trying, like, no, what? I didn't want to beat it up at first, innit? I wanted actually trying to shake it off, kind of thing. And the more I was shaking, the more he was squeezing in it. And the owner didn't do shit, so I had to do something about it to get the dog off, right? And literally, fucking, I was like, oh, well, gotta go fucking thing in, go hospital because of rabies and shit. I'm not saying I got rabies. I went in hospital, I got checked out. I'm all blessed. I'm good. So, they gave me antibiotics as well. I had all my shots. Unfortunately, I had to have the COVID shot. I'm not, you know, like, I'm not a pro on COVID shots anyway, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, let's fucking go into it as well. Let's get straight into it. I mean, the biggest thing that we had was FOMC. That was a big thing, and everyone was wondering, like, yo, what the fuck's going on? Like, is BTC gonna go dump, or is dollar gonna do this, X, Y, and Z, and the stock markets? And I'll break the whole thing down because I was in the Discord in the morning, and I explained to them I'm looking for a long. And but yeah, let's just work this down, right? So the first things first, right? We've got the weekly range of dollar index, right? So if you zoom out, right, quickly, the key thing is, right, let me delete this shit. I don't need this no more, right? The key thing was this, right? This high over here, dollar index. The reason why I talk about dollar index, you might be like, oh, yo, get onto fucking Bitcoin. I will get there in a moment, innit? If you don't have respect for dollar index, it's going to bend you over. The answer was all here. So that's the range band environment. Where's the mid-range, actually? Fucking mid-range over here. God damn it. You just want to mess about with me today, innit? Let me delete that. There we go. There's the mid-range. All right, then, cool. So we've got a range band environment, clearly. Right? What is a range band environment? We've got a high that caps the market there as resistance. We've got a low that caps the market as support. There's a deviation. Support, deviation, comes up to the mid-range, deviates the mid-range, back down to the range low. From here, I thought we were going down. I generally thought we were going to go down. I thought we were going to go a lot more lower. It's great for Bitcoin, X, Y, and Z, but instead it proved me wrong. It did a deviation, finds support, runs to mid-range, does a deviation, runs these lows, back to range high. You see, range band environment, low to high, high to low, low back to mid, then back down to low. Still in the range band environment, back down to high. There's a deviation, back down to mid, and to me, we're looking like we're losing the mid range. So it's nice shank there. You know, you can put a trend line there if you want to actually make things a little more pretty and stuff like that. Add some colors and stuff like that, labels and shit, whatever makes you feel happy about it. But for us bulls, it's perfect that the dollar is shanking down. Why? If dollar goes down, this is the key. The key comes down to this, right? Let me delete all this shit, right? And I'm just going to write this down and study this. And it does this over and over again. Because I'm going to go to SPX in just a moment. I'm going to explain why I took that long on Bitcoin so aggressively. I had every reason to with fractals and all that kind of bullshit. I'm not a fractal guy. I'm not like that kind of weird where I look at like, patterns and see that it's got to be the same. But like the thing is, I am weird in the way that I remember certain patterns. I remember certain things that happens in the market. And so when I see things happen, like, you know, realistically, I'm like, yo, let's take the fucking trade in, because I know what's going to happen probability-wise anyway. But, you know, this is a weekly range over here, and we fucking come back to the mid-range. If we lost it, as long as we close below here, and you retest, maybe a pull back into the mid-range, come back down, break down, we're going to be taking at this low and run it back down to range low, which is good. Because if dollar index goes down, if DXY goes down, what that means is the SPX, which is the stocks, your Nasdaq is going to go up. And if the SPX is going to go up, this is a key thing, right? This goes to why I took the long on Bitcoin. And that means BTC and Ethereum is going to go up, all right? Remember, dollar index down, SPX up, BTC up. Dollar index up, it's the opposite. SPX down, BTC down, right? So that's how it comes down to. So now the fucking news came out with the FOMC. They're looking at they're gonna actually drop rates. Well, not drop rates, but I don't know what the fuck did they say. Let me find it actually. Let me Google this shit out for you. We'll do it together. FOMC. Let me write that. Let's go FOMC. Type that out. Let's see what they say. Today's news, all right, from the Wall Street Journal. Okay. Stock market today, December the 3rd. December the 13th, indexes finishes higher after Fed signals rate cuts in 2024. Central banks expect further cuts in year ahead. Dow tops at 37,000 and sets an all-time record. What's that? Fucking all-time high, motherfuckers. And if Dow goes up, look, when you come to stocks, you've got the Dow, the Nasdaq, and you've got the SPX. Those three, they kind of run simultaneously. The Dow is running up higher, trust me. Nasdaq's going to go for all-time high. SPX is going to go for all-time high, which is fucking good. Is really fucking good for when it comes to crypto. That means that like we're gonna go up higher. That's the key thing. So that's why I take my time to actually talk about dollar index and the SPX, because if you have that in mind, you know what the fuck's gonna happen next, right? So fucking up. You think after all these fucking trades I smoke a cigarette in it? I mean, I've got cigarettes here, don't get me wrong, but like I like a good roll up. It reminds me who I am. I'm from some fucking slump in Allen Rock as well. Came from nothing, and here I am today as well. So. Like smoking real cigarettes just feels fucking ugly, you know what I'm saying? But stock rose with all three major indexes up more than 1%, and bond yield fell. The yield fell after the Fed Reserves held interest rates steady Wednesday and signal cuts in 2024. The signaling cuts we're looking like to go into more of a soft landing, right? You know, they're gonna bring things down. All the narrative about recession. It's all a bunch of malarkey, if you ask me, right? I don't mean to be rude or anything like that, but like when you think about it this way, when Bitcoin was at the top and everyone was like higher prices at 69k, we're looking for 100k, but then the market shut down, right? Now the market shut down and it went down to 15k and whatever. You're looking at 10k. The market's gone to 30k, it's looking at 10k. The market's gone to 40k, it's looking at 10k. The market's gone to 44k, it's looking for 10k. But it's weird. People are still looking for nukes. Like I post a fucking long on Bitcoin, people want to jump on afterwards, right? Because it's now short confirmation. They're like, do you think it's gonna be a pullback? Bro, what the fuck do you talk? I don't understand. Like, the market is that bullish, and that's the thing with crypto. Crypto, when it comes to bull season, it's very erratic. We've seen the bear market. The bear market's horrible on the downside. It's not horrible when you take profits, though. It's not horrible if you exit the market in time. You don't. I'm not saying that exit the market at the top, but at least exit the market, take profits across the board. Then when the market goes down, you're not too fussed because you got cash going on in that. So. I think you guys are sending me fucking messages, but I can't really see shit. Let me have a look. Give me a second, lads. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry. Let me go back to this. Right. I swear you guys are sending me messages. I can't be just talking to myself like a fucking numpty, you know what I'm saying? Goes back to, where is my viewer channel? Right, bring this back up, right? Yeah, you guys all fucking message. Yeah, sorry about that, man. We got Waka in the house. We got Keneku in the house from New York. Big love to the American brothers out there. We got Chukwu here. Good to have you there. Richard, change of plans. Oh, yeah, because of the illness as well. Fucking the dog. Bombig is in the house. Appreciate that. I'm doing all right, brother. I'm not doing too bad. We got Shaz in the house. Big love to Shaz. Shout out to Shaz, actually. He's the fucking geezer who actually saw the fucking starting stream and the intro. So I'm going to plug him in. You know, he's a really good lad. Fundamentally, I think he's going to be a very strong geezer in the future as well, coming up forward. He's going to be a geezer you want to keep an eye on because smart lad, very, very humble, and he just knows what he's fucking doing, and he's been getting into fucking the right coins and stuff like that. AIX, he's got into a bunch of he got Cree, got a bunch of them, right? I'm not going to give a shout out because this is a BTC and Ethereum, but he's the man, I would say, as well. So give him a shout. 3,300 followers. I like to follow these smaller accounts as well because they provide mad alpha. So do me a favor, let's get him to 4k inshallah as well. So good lad as well, and we'll see what's up as well. We got Chukwu there. We got Andy. Denk, when you have time, can you check Algo? Anyway, blessings, brother. Algo, I can do that tomorrow, right? Because I just want to do BTC and Ethereum, focus on that, but I can do that tomorrow. If I have time, I'll squeeze it in, just a little squeeze in there. We got Jacob, just stick around and yeah, fuck it, I'll squeeze it in. Jacob, what's going on? Glad to be here. Audio still coming only from the left side, bastard. Let's have a look. Settings, audio. It shouldn't be. I swear to God, I actually fixed this. I know I fixed this. I'm gonna have to figure this one after again. I'm so sorry about that. I do apologize if it's causing you really shitty quality there. I don't mean to actually cause any disturbances. I'm just trying to have a look quickly. Audio, stereo. It seemed to be okay. It's on stereo. That's the thing is. Let me just show you. You can see? It's on stereo. The channel's on stereo. If it was on mono, then it'd be one-sided. So it might be something else I need to figure out. But I do appreciate that. And Maris is saying the same thing. It's only on the left side. This is another. I thought I fixed it last time. I'm so sorry, Emma. No, Emma is saying it's only for you. But I think some people is working fine. Some people's not working fine. But I will actually get that sorted out. I do apologize for that. Sorry about that, and we will sort that out for next time, so we don't have any disturbances going forward in the future. Because it's going to be a bit weird if it comes on one side, and it seems like I'm being a prick. I don't want to be a prick like that. Okay, so, but yeah, bear with me. I'll fix that for the next session tomorrow. Anyway, so Shaz is in the house. We've got Emma in the house as well. All right then. So let's get back to work. Let's get back to work now. So dollar index, right? We talked about like the rate cuts and whatever. What I was focusing on, which I was discussing last week, we had a weekly range low, a weekly mid range over here, and the weekly range high. That's all it is. Ping pong till you fucking give up. All right. So up, down, deviation, up, resistance, resistance, deviation over here, shut down. If we get it close below here and you're retesting this area, maybe comes back a bit deeper as a not as a deviation, right? But then breaks down. We start looking for these lows and these lows, and once we break that low, that's the fucking sign that you're looking for. That's the sign that you're looking for longs on BTC, fucking longs on SPX, because dollar index is crashing, right? If dollar index is crashing, where's my next fucking final targets I'll be looking for key areas? Will have to be January's low at that macro range low, and then from here we have to see what happens. Do we find some support? Some support in this area here. Hold above it, we play back up. Otherwise, if we can actually consolidate, get back down, bearish market structure, bearish on the downside, fucking take the shorts and off we go. That's all we're looking for. We got Imran Khan El Bashir. How's it going, brother? Good to have you here, my good friend. So that's it. That's dollar index, SPX. Now, let me explain why I was bullish on Bitcoin. So we said dollar index go down, SPX go up. Bitcoin goes up, right? I fucking noticed, right, when I look at a higher time frame, whoopsie daisy, on the 1 daily, right? We are playing liquidity. Remember from the session last week, we talked about market structure, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. And all you're doing when you're making this bullish market structure, you're looking for liquidity from the past area. You're just taking that liquidity all the way up through. That's what you're looking for until we get a break in market structure, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Then you're looking for liquidity on the downside, and so on and so forth. So what we have in SPX, let me just break this down in terms of market structure. We have 2021's high, which is right here. We need a stop run. This is the all-time high here. What we discussed on the WSJ. We said the Dow is at $37,000, which means it's at all-time high. This looks like it's going to rally up to this area here. That's what it looks like. It's going to rally up to the range highs over here, which is 2021's high, and we've got 2021's low, which is right over here. That's 2021's low. And as you can see, range bound environment, that's the low, that's the high. Mid-range is somewhere around here. You got the support area here. Deviation pushes up back to the mid-range. I think it breaks above it. There's a deviation below the mid-range. Bullish market structure and continuation up to the upside now. That's the range-bound environment going to 2021's high, and we're looking at potentially the all-time high, which is good for Bitcoin. Now, market structure, highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. The whole leg down. That's the lower high. At first, I thought that was the lower high at the time when I was working this down on the downside itself, and I thought this might be a break in market structure. But once we get underneath it, you find resistance in this area, and that's the whole leg down as the lower low. It's the whole leg up for the lower high, lower high, and that's the new lower low. So we got legs over here, right? Legs over here, which is starting to show higher lows. You understand? This low here is high. Well, this low here is higher than this low. This low here is higher than this low. Higher lows are performing. Once we break market structure, that's higher highs. That's a break in market structure on the higher time frame across the whole fucking 2022, the whole of 2022 has been bearish market structure. We get into 2023, we get bullish market structure. Bitcoin's been going up from 15 fucking K, and now we're what, 43K. We are making some fucking numbers on Bitcoin, right? I'm telling you, it's mad. And that looks like the higher low makes a new higher high. We keep on, which means this low has got to hold. We can have intradays and intra-week trades in between. That's not a fucking problem. But that low has got to hold. So if that is, and so when I was looking at Bitcoin in the morning, right, in the Discord group, I was like, all right then, cool. If that's the case, right, what am I looking for? I'm like, I can identify that we've got market structure that's all bullish, right? But at the same time, I need to identify what's going on. Today in the morning, right, it was fucking bullish. We can see how this is on the 1 hour. You can see in terms of market structure, we are making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Mark the whole thing: higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher low. It's no, that's, well, I would say this is the, yeah, that, I would say that's the high low, whatever it is. It was making higher highs, higher lows, and today it was pushing up. Today's what, the 13th? So the 13th is right here, right here, right here. We are broken above all these highs, taking out all these highs over here. So I'm like, well, if that's the case, yeah, dead fucking PA. I'm like, but this is fucking bullish. We got dollar index is actually freaking looking like a range band environment going towards a range low. So that's fucking good sign as well. Maybe we get a breakout to the upside. I'm like, so what else can I look at Bitcoin to say, can I go for a long? Because you have to bear in mind, Bitcoin took a dump and everyone went fucking quiet. You know, CT went quiet and whatever. And I get it. I absolutely get it. You know, it's not easy to trade. It's not easy to trade. And trading takes a long fucking time. All right. You're not going to get it in the first fucking week or the first month or so. If you do, you're fucking sick. I didn't. It took me a long fucking time, right? Have some fucking milk. Not milk. Milk? What the hell? Have some fucking tea. Let me have a cigarette too at the same time. Bro, how did you get the long today? I'm just about to go on to that, man. Lab, you not. So you didn't take it easy, my brother. All right? We'll get to that. I had to break down the whole SPX, the whole thing. This is all a story to explain this the Bitcoin long. That's what it is. So now, working on Bitcoin. I looked at Bitcoin, right, and I was like, all right then, this motherfucker here, right? All right, granted, we know what happened now. We know exactly what happened. I was like, look, this motherfucker here, right? We dumped down. I'm just going to focus on this area, all right? Just this whole thing. As you can see, we push up, right? Come back down, push up there. Looks like a lower high. We break this lows over here. We're coming back down. This low over here takes that liquidity. And what does it come into? Well, this low comes into here. It floats around. People be looking over here. I heard 38K and all that kind of stuff. People showing me fucking screenshots of what the order books were looking like and whatever. I'm like, all right, you can show me the order books. You can show me whatever you want to show me, right? Liquidity profiles and all that kind of malarkey. But the price action, the chart was showing me something completely different. Because when you look at liquidity, right, all the liquidity books and all that fucking, all the blocks and all that kind of, all the books and whatever, it means nothing if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. It just means a bunch of numbers that a lot of people want to buy at 38K. So, you know, there was 125 BTC worth of buys at 38K. What if we don't fucking give it to you, bruv? We're in the bull season when you were undeniable, right? You were denying that we were fucking going up higher. You were calling recession. Like, I'm not saying you or anyone in particular. I'm not atting anyone. I'm just saying in general speaking, why would it be that simple? Why? Because you have to remember the market, right? Let me just chat to you for a moment, right? You need to understand the psychology. What's going on there? Yeah, sorry about that. Let me chat to you about it for a second, right? 1 minute. Andy's saying, you see many traders starting to trade similar style with me. Ranges, who do you learn from? Bruv, I pretty much learned the ranges from myself, but my teacher was trader SC, alright? He looks at it very differently. I look at ranges. I know he likes to look at SRs. So what I did is actually build my own SR, like from his way of explaining how to trade and whatnot. I then have to understand what works for me, what doesn't work for me. All right, SRs I totally understand, but like it wasn't clicking 100% of the time. Right, there was still little things I was making mistakes, wasn't paying attention to at certain SRs, and there were certain things that he would do. I would understand. Okay, this is what he talks about ranges as well, very differently as well. Now, when I understood ranges, and I was like, okay, let me try and study ranges in depth for myself. So a lot of people are actually talking about ranges and stuff like that, and study like a trader like me. I'm not saying they're copying my style or whatever. Yeah, maybe they're copying me, whatever. End of the day, I'm honored with all my heart if someone actually looks up to me and they say this style works for me, and they want to do the same thing. Alhamdulillah. That's what I gotta say. All praise to God. Because why? God has given me the knowledge to actually, be able to pass this on. Just like when God has given me the ability to sit down with Trader Esed and be in his classes as well back in the days. I listen to all his fucking videos as well. Shout out to Trader SC. He like, I am here because of him. You know, I am a trader. I am who I am today because of him. In terms of the trading world as well, and I have a maximum respect to him. So shout out to SC. But in reality, when I look at the style of ranges and stuff like that, the understanding the concept of ranges, that's a lot on me as well. Studying it is, you know, when you study it, because for me there was something that I grasp differently to the way other people look at it as well. They look at liquidity profile and all that kind of stuff and whatnot. I understood once you can grab the range, the whole trading scenario is there. You don't have to be bullish or bearish. You just play ping pong up and down, right? The whole ping pong thing came from, like, you know, looking from range low to mid range to range higher, and then back forward from. Let me just draw this out. Let me draw this out quickly so I can explain that to you. So like the whole ping pong idea came from range high. You got the mid range, and then you got the range low. So all I would do then, I'd understand that, well, price plays from the low to the mid. It does a bit of a chop. Once we get a bullish price action, continuation to the upside, maybe get a stop run, for example, then it breaks above and hold above it. That's my confirmation to play up, back up to the range highs, and then it breaks down, take the shorts, bearish market structure, back down to lows, mid-range to range lows. And then you keep playing it back and forth and back and forth. When I was in Mauritius, right, back in August, right, we played a Monday's range back and forth. And I did this live with you guys. I was doing this on Twitter. And I had some dirty stop losses, man. I was getting double digits R's and shit like that. It was fucking mental stuff as well. But like, it's all fucking fun as well at the same time. So honestly, I'm generally like, if they are looking up to me, they're like, bro, you know what, bro, I'm a guy. I'm just a random guy, honestly. I'm honestly genuinely humbled by you guys actually sitting here. You know, like you got 30 people here, so shout out to you guys. Give me a like as well, please. But I'm generally humbled because in the day, right, it's you guys that makes me who I am today. You know, like you guys give me the platform to be able to speak and pass on knowledge. I don't want to have a YouTube channel where I'm just talking plans upon plans, and then you're not learning nothing. I want you to be able to learn a few things and grab a few things and from me, and then actually build it with your own arsenal of trading style. And once you've got that, you can fucking just do whatever the fuck you want. Because look, ranges work for me. It might not work for you. Someone like SC, he loves his SRs. He talks about his SRs when you watch his, I think he like his streams. He pick a certain level, and you're like, what the fuck did he fucking do? And then when he does it, it makes sense. But when you do, you're like, what the fuck? It's like that. I get it because I was like that, bro. Sometimes I'm still, well, a lot of the times I'm still like that because when SC talks in it, I shut the fuck up, man. That guy's a fucking sick guy. He's a sick geezer. I gotta say, he's a great fucking lad. So shout out to him. Can you also make a session on ranges and how to trade them? We'll have a look at that in the very future as well. So thank you so much for that. Watching you with a notebook. Thank you for taking notes. Learning a lot from you and truly an OG. Labina, greatly humbled by that. Thank you so much, my brother. You know, you guys will have your fucking time. I'm telling you. You guys will have your fucking time. And when you have your time, I'll be honored to sit back, follow you, watch you as well. You have your own YouTube channel and stuff like that, and I'll be fucking chilling, just watching this. I'm like, let me learn a few things from Labinat or Andy or Architect or Zanzan. So, who is this guy? SC? No, SC. Is Trader SZ. Let me just plug him in. Plug in my boy SZ as well. SC. This guy. I call it SC because that's the way I always know him as well. Okay, so some people SZ. I call him SZ. Z for like. Well, my first name start with a Z in it, so you get what I'm saying. So that's thingy. That's really SC. So shout out to him. All right, big geezer, lovely guy. Yeah, he's the guy that I learned from a lot as well. Okay, cool. Back to work now. So I'm looking at this, right, when we're talking about market structure, right, it's looking bearish in it. We're taking at lows and all that, and everyone's looking at 38k. So when I'm looking at 38k, what is happening at 38k? Everyone wants this level there. This level makes sense. Why? Because we found resistance over here, we found resistance over here, we do a deviation, we break these highs, and we reclaim it, we make higher highs. It will make sense to come back here to have everybody to long. Wouldn't it be nice that everybody in the world can take a long, right, at the same fucking time? Is that going to happen? No fucking way. You're going to get people chicking out. You're going to get people waiting for lower prices. You're going to get people, you're going to get everything. You're going to get a bunch of everything. And there's no such way as well that everybody jumps on along. Because there's got to be winners and losers in the trade. So there are a lot of people waiting for this 38k. And it's not come. It hasn't come, and they're still waiting for this 38k. Just like when they were looking for 32k. They were looking for 32k. It hasn't come. Because if the market structure is bullish and is breaking highs and keeps making highs, higher highs, excuse me, you've got to accept that price is going up higher. That's all it is. What do I mean by that? Look at this level here, right? Look at this level here. We've got this high over here, caps the market there. We know for a fact, once you reclaim this level there and shows bullish price action, something like that, then off we go. We make a high. This is the high that caps the market as resistance, resistance, and we get back above it, make higher highs. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher. You know what I'm saying? Bullish market short, you got to accept there's a breakout coming. You got to take the fucking trade, right? And keep it and manage your trade, manage your risk, manage the whole thing. Don't over trade. That's fucking stupid now, okay? Don't be too fucking dumb on that as well. But at the same time, there'll be people taking shorts, right? Because they'll be like, all right then, this looks like a range. But that's an SR. That's an SR to me, right? That high caps the market here, caps the market here. We do a deviation, caps the market, then we break out. This low does a deviation, caps the market, caps the market. We are still playing within this area here. But if you recall on Twitter, I was anticipating a breakout because we were finding support at the mid-range. That's a whole different story. A whole fucking different story to explain as well. It's gonna take me a whole episode to explain that. Maybe one day I'll do that, but not now. All right? I can anticipate a breakout. Right? Once we took out these highs there, that was confirmation for me for higher prices. You took out this liquidity there. I'm expecting this low to hold as well, and a hell of fucking long in the end of November, and it's all on Twitter, and nothing goes up higher as well. So that's the idea, right? When it comes to thingy. Now, looking at this, right? We talked about dollar index being in a range band environment, FOMC. When I posted I'll show it here because just for proof, in case those who don't follow me on Twitter, this is my Twitter account, Trader Dank, right? I would have wanted Dank itself, but unfortunately someone actually got that name. Never mind, it's all good. Look at this. I posted right here. Explanation of the quoted tweet. We'll discuss this on YouTube tonight. Stop loss below the low as in validation. Targets, call me mad, 48 fucking K. That's what I'm thinking as well at the same time. Now, when I call that out in the morning, right, you know, like people were saying to me like, FOMC, you're mad, this and that. And well, they didn't call me mad. I'm adding that bit up as well. But like they were saying a lot of things like FOMC. Look, you guys, I don't mean to be rude in it. A bunch of fucking noises, right? That's the way I see the whole market. Everybody else is just a noise. I'm here looking at the chart myself. It's me. It's only on me. If I take the trade wrong, it's me. I lose the fucking money on that one as well. If I get the trade right, that's me. I make the money out of it as well, right? And it's the same thing for you. Don't focus too much about everybody else. Don't follow the herd, because otherwise you're still looking for 10K, right? Otherwise you're still looking for lower prices and all that kind of stuff. You've got to accept when market is doing well, it's doing well. There is going to be a breaking market structure soon, right? I do think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to rally all the way to a new all-time high. I do think there's going to be a pullback, but not anytime soon. When the market's going up, you're going up. So they're saying FOMC, but anyway, like, yeah, I took the gamble. But why did I take the gamble? Price action has showed me before, and I'll use some examples on previous price action where I'm bullish on this, right? So when I was looking at this, right, let me bring up that tweet. Right, this tweet here is the whole thing over here. Price action wise, I even said it as well. I believe the low is in. The low is in. Similar explanations in the other photos for you lot to check out. So let's just open the first one. The first one I explained, right, this has got the annotation, so I'll use this actually, and I'll use the other two. It's the same thing. You guys can look for it. I'll give you the dates and shit like that, so you can go back to it as well. So this is the recent price action that we got. This is today, right? This is the low right over here. We have a stop run, and then this low over here, right, which is like it holds, right? So for me, right, I've got like a thing, right, a pattern, a driven pattern of a 1-2. I call it the 1-2-3 drive, right? That's why I call it as well. You guys, it might be different names. It's not something I invented. This is like, just don't think I invent anything. It's not that true. People has already knows about ranges a long time ago. You know, this is just me that I'm using it, and it's new for you. So it might sound like it's an invention, but it's not. Nothing is invented. You know, like guys like ICTs has been here a long time ago. Guys like SC has been here a long time ago. They know shit way more than I do, and all I'm trying to do is try and get better at my art. That's all it is. So anyway, so we got the 1, right? To me, that low holds in place. We have a stop run over here, that's 2, and I will call that the number 2, which I put number 2 over here. And this bit here, right, that for me, if I'm going to be bullish, this is my invalidation. I'm wrong below here. If we take out this low, that means we're going to go lower prices, right? So that's the number 2, right? You can see this, right, it's coming down, find support, and I'm like, number 2, right, the stop run, holding, it holds and showing me higher highs, right? Because we can't take out this low. It's not bearish market structure. We are looking at flipping market structure. At the same time, I got liquidity resting over here. Liquidity was resting here. It's been taken out. So this is the liquidity over here. In between, it's a range bound environment. Price is going to range bound here until we break out. And this is your absolute confirmation. Is once we get above the liquidity level, then we can shoot up for fucking highs and keep going like a motherfucking rocket. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing, right? So that's the plan. So all I waited, and I'll show you on the lower time frame how I actually look for time to fucking go in. Right? Now, if I look at this, right, you got the lower lows, lower highs, then it becomes a higher low, then it becomes up there, that's a lower high, then there's a stop run. So it looks like a fucking mess. It looks like a fucking mess. But I know, right, what's capping the market. If I'm looking at this, right, what caps the market is particularly, I'm going to be focused on this area here. If we flip this level here, I can start playing between this level, bullish price action, going into the liquidity level, taking out these highs, and the liquidity there. And once we break above, off we go. That's the confirmation level, right? So that's the first thing I've seen this. Like when I was looking at this price action, I'm like, I've seen this before. Where have I seen this before? And I'm gonna pick out 2 examples which I showed on Twitter, and that was all on freaking in this year really. The first one, let me bring up the next picture. When he wants to pick up, there we go. The first one was in September, October. Do you remember when we had these really dead ass candles, very dead, low volatility, low volatility, low volatility, low volatility? Even it pushed up, but it was small. This is on the 4 hours over here. Small fucking candles, spike down, spike up. Small candles, spike up a little bit. Small candles, spike up. Small candles, spike down. Small candles. It was fucking dead. It was boring as fuck, but it's the same thing. That's the one, the low. We have a stop run, that's the 2, that's the 1, 2, 3 drive, which means that if I'm wrong, this low has to be taken. And once we take out these lows, bearish market structure, take the shorts. I'm wrong on the idea, we got lower prices. This is when you can start looking for 20k and whatever and whatnot. This was at 25k. This was just recently, 25k. When we dumped to 25k, people thought it was going to go a lot more lower in September, October, the same thing. It's the same thing as well. So this is the price action I saw. I saw this happen in September, and I was like, I know what happened. I took the trade. So looking at this, all I saw, higher lows over here. This low is higher. This low here is higher than this low. This low over here is higher than this low. When we take out the highs over here, it runs these out there. It's showing me bullish market structure because we got lower lows, right? Then we got a lower high. Then we got a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Once we get above the liquidity and hold above it, that's the absolute confirmation. Break above these highs. Small this candle here is have to be acceptance. This is an acceptance. You can put a stop loss here, play up higher. That's all it comes down to. Where have I seen that again? Same thing. Let's go back in a different time frame. It was when in the beginning of the year. This is the beginning of the year itself, right over here. What we had here is a similar price action there. We have liquidity resting over here, and this is the low, liquidity resting here. We do a stop run in November. This is the FTX crash, remember? Same response here. We have liquidity resting down, do a stop run. We have this stop run over here. People, like I was one of those thinking it was going to be bullish. Once we break above this high, this is absolute confirmation. And what I'm looking at, right, this is showing me higher lows. So this low here, this low here is higher than this low. This low over here is higher than this low. And this low over here is higher than this low. Once we break above this high here, we can play bullish price action where to into the highs over here, reclaims this level there. We have a bit of a consolidation there and a spike up. There was no consolidation above the liquidity. It was a spike up. This high over here has to be your acceptance. That's your fucking long. Stop loss here, play your fucking long, the breakout on the upside there. It's the same principle. And all I did was the same thing. I saw the same thing happen 3 times, bruv. This is the 3rd time that's happened this year. How can I not get this trade correctly? Do you know what I mean? How can I not get it wrong? Right. And I believe that dollar index was going down. SPX was already showing me higher prices. Do you know what I mean? Today was showing me higher prices. Yeah, it was dead volatility within the $4 range. I saw it. It's a $4 range. But I'm like, I know what the fuck's going on. History's repeating itself. Take the fucking long. And all I gotta do is just time this. Now, how do I time this? This is what I was looking at. Bring this up. That's your Monday's range as well. And everyone's looking for a possibility of a swing low over here. Reclaim this, bullish price action. It'll be easy. It'll be too easy for a long here. Too fucking easy. But the thing is, right, the question someone's going to ask me or think about it right now is like, but dang, why did he not take out Monday's low? You should have taken Monday's low because that's where liquidity is resting. All right then, motherfuckers. Let's go back in time. Go on to the 4 hours. And I'll prove to you it doesn't have to, right? Let's have a look at the example we used over here, right? This example here. We said that was a liquidity resting over here, right? That's the liquidity. And we said that's the liquidity resting over here, okay? This low here, this deviation, when did it happen? Was it a Tuesday? Was it a Thursday? Was it a Friday? Maybe a Sunday. You know, Sunday's always been shit. Well, if we look here, it happened on a Monday. This low over here is Monday's low. 9 o'clock in the UK time. Do we take that out? Do we take it out? Do you know, oopsie daisy. It's about to have a sip of tea in it, and then I couldn't do that cool in it. I was going to drop the mic and shit in it. Wow, I can't drop this. Too expensive. Mexi guy, what's going on, brother? Do we take that low? The answer should be no, isn't it? All right, we don't take that low. So if we don't take that low, what does that mean? That means that it doesn't always have to take out Monday's low and then break out on Monday's high and then go up high. It doesn't have to, because if that's Monday's low, where was Monday's high? This was Monday's high right here. This is Monday's high. Is this Monday's high? Yeah, that was Monday's high. Break above Monday's high, find a bit of support, pushes up there, come back down, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. No interest of coming back down below here. There's none. There's none. So it doesn't always have to take out Monday's low. So don't always focus too much on liquidity. Always look. There's one thing the trader SC always said: context is greater than pattern, right? And it's true. Context is always greater than pattern. When you have the right context, right, the pattern all comes into places. All this pattern shit comes into place as well. Now going back into where we are, right? There was a pattern here. There is a pattern, but the context was important. Right? What is the pattern? This is one of my favorite patterns as well, by the way. You see this all the time in bull run. When we break out of this range over here, I'll go tight over here, something like that. Oh, let me just go into the 15 minutes. Right? We said that's the low, that's the liquidity, right? And look what happened over there. What do? We come up, find support, come up, gets reacted, gets capped, break above it, bullish price action. Do you know what I mean? So now we're looking for Monday's high. We'll work on Monday's high and we'll talk about the trades going on forward. Yoni, what's going on there? Good to have you there, man. Appreciate that. Big shout out to Yoni, my man. So yeah, so what we have is now I'm looking at price action. I'm like, okay, we don't have to come down here. And when I was live with the guys over here, I was like, all right, it was about here. I'm like, I want it pull back. I wanted to pull back into this area here, and I missed that long. Right, because when I'm looking at now, I have my liquidity and all that kind of stuff. Right, oopsie daisy. Where was the pattern? We had to draw that pattern again. The pattern was here, wasn't it? Something like that. I think like that. That looks about right. Or you can just whatever the fuck you want to do. Let's just do it like this. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, so we got so we got this high over here. Deviation, resistance, and we break above it. Bullish price action. This is well, if you look at it, this is the lower low, lower high, lower low. Then it becomes a lower high, becomes a higher low. Once we break out of this high, it's confirmation for a break in market structure there. And off it goes, pulls up, goes up higher to these areas there, and that's where we are. That's one pattern you can look at. We've got the pattern of the 1, 2, 3 drive. 1, 2, 3 drive. This is the 3 over here. This low has got to hold in place there. Then you can also add on, if you want to add on all the blocks for the sake of all the blocks, whichever the fuck you want to do. It doesn't really fucking matter. The answers all comes out the same. If you know your homework, the whole thing becomes a fucking sensible thing. This is the last stand candle that held the market there, and as you can see, these lows weren't taken. They were gonna get taken out anyway. They were gonna get taken out. It's easy because why? Because we don't come back and retest this all the block over here. We come here, support. Kiss it nicely. You know when you say good night kiss to your freaking daughters or your girlfriend or your husband and shit like that? Say the good night kiss. That's what it is. Good night kiss. Off we go. And then we start running up higher prices. And I wanted to retest this area. It does that. Pushes up there, and we go up, and Bob's your fucking uncle. Right. So now that's how I actually play the BTC one. It's a very long-winded explanation there. I do apologize for that, but it's more educational for you. Hopefully you've learned a few things there and how to actually look at 1, market structure, 2, a bit of ranges there, 3, the pattern of the 1, 2, 3, add them together, put on the trend line and stuff like that, breaking market structure, off you go. Hopefully that helps out there. So that's that now. Now the more important thing now is what's next. Where's my targets? Okay, because I'm in the long now. Okay. I'm doing all right on this long. I ain't gonna lie to you. Right. So now, let's bring up our Monday's range. This is Monday's low, Monday's high. Am I gonna take a long to go for Monday's high now? No. Don't. Just sit back, relax. Bro, can I ask you? Bro, let me not ask you questions. I'll get back to you on that one. I'm gonna carry on talking in the meantime. Okay. So we got this high, we got this low over here. So all I'm looking for is what's gonna happen next, because there's gonna be two things, right? Number one, right? Either one, we come up to take out Monday's high, the liquidity over here that's resting over here, and we find resistance and we start breaking down. This is a short scenario as an intraday trade. Target 1 to 25% range, looking for the mid range as target 2. If we start holding above the mid range and does bullish price action, cut the longs, right? This is a cut the shorts. This is a long back up to the mid range to 75, back to range highs. Now, if we don't do that and we start losing the mid range, break down, then I will saying target 2, then target 3, and that's the continuation back down to range low, and it's just a range bound environment. That's one scenario. The second scenario is what I would prefer to have. Right. Second scenario is a breakout on Monday's high, because we got liquidity resting over here, liquidity resting there, here, okay, and then we look for higher prices and whatnot. I would like, whoopsie daisy, I would prefer something like this. Maybe get back up. There's a bit of a deviation, stuff like that. The lows over here, if you break this low and find resistance, it's a short, but we could do something like that, hold above it, bullish price action, off we go, take out liquidity, and then we're going up for higher prices towards 48k. Why? Now the question comes down to, if we are going to go up higher, what are our targets, right? So this is where I will start bringing all my ranges now, right? So this is my range, as you can see. Let me delete that. I don't need that no more, right? I've got this level here, 2022's range. We've got 2022's high over here, the mid range. You can find it resistance. So from the high, come back to the mid range, but gets back below the mid range, find resistance, breaks down, loses the low, comes back down, and makes the low. We break these highs, bullish market structures. Come up to where? The mid range, we find a reaction, reject off it, we get back up. We don't do no retest, but we're curving and start going parabolic for higher prices. Now, this is Monday's high. If we break out on Monday's high and we start taking out these liquidity over here, what's the next set of liquidity afterwards? 2022's high, and that's what I'm looking for. 48k, and I'm done with that trade. That's the for the expansion, for the upside, and after that we'll have to figure out what's next. I reckon if we do reclaim 2022's high, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna throw it out there to add on some more bull fucking testosterone out there for us as well. Like, I'm gonna be looking for this level here. Because once we reclaim this level here, again, break out out of this consolidation phase, right? Then I'm looking for what? This level here, 61k, 60, yeah, call it 61.9, yeah, 61.9k, and then from 61.9k, it's a range bound environment. We can get a pullback back into 2022's high, possibly. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out as well. What if the SEC gets ETF gets approved over there, and if it does get approved in that area, I will start looking for shorts to be. And all this is, it comes down to a dirty ass motherfucking range onto what? This is where I add on to my expansion my range itself. This is the first quarter of 2021, and that is the first quarter low of 2021, and the mid range is around here. That's where the mid range is, and as you can see, that's the high, that's the mid, and that's the low. Deviation, come back down. Where do you find support off the yearly open? Come back to the range low. This is all a deviation. We're playing back to the mid range. Once we reclaim the mid range, this is where, well, we're reclaiming the 2022 high. Should be continuation of bullish price action. Off we go, playing it up into this area. The next expansive range out to the upside. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does, actually. Hopefully it does. That's all I'm looking for. Just let it play. Higher highs, keep going for the fucking higher highs, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to fucking start like looking for crazy trades and whatever. Just play it. Look at the time frame that you're comfortable with and play that level as well. So all I'm looking at now, it's this now. Going to the 1 hour. See how we go. This is I do expect Monday's high to be taken out, right? One way or another. It's literally going to be this reclaim of this level here. Bullish price action. That's my fucking longs. Take out the liquidity over here. Pushing up all the way to 48. What's that level come to? 48.240. Right, 48.2k. Let's call it 48.2k. And that's the long, and I'm done with that long. And after that, I'll see what's next. Okay, that's the long itself. The shorts will have to be come into the mid-range, so the range high, breaks down, play back down to mid-range down to range low, lose this level there, then we'll start looking for lower prices. All right, we'll talk about that when the time comes, but that's all I'm looking at, nothing else. All right, so breakout from Monday's high, going to 48.2k, or play within Monday's range. Simple as that. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't start looking for fucking crazy numbers of 60k and all that kind of shit. Just take it one step at a time, okay? Crystal clear. Awesome. Labinot saying, how do you get the confirmation when you have the breakout, and how do you find the right one? Bro, honestly, it's practice. I can sit here and explain to you this one, and that one, and that one, and all that kind of stuff, but everything is different. You know, you got to spend some time on the charts. You know, like this is 6 years in the making. You know, me being here is literally 6 years. I started in 2017. Made a bit of money, thought I was a gangster and whatever, lost everything in 2018, come back and start studying on the trade that I said in 2018 itself. 2019, 2020, come and play in 2020, 2021, 2022 bear market, 2023, here we are. So when you look at it, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 6, 7 years. So 7 years in the making. This is what the finish, well, it's not even the finished product. I think this is the beginning product as well. So the thing is, it's like, look, absolute confirmation is when you break out these highs, all right? This high here is key. If you get above here and get a clean smash above, it's going to be a long, right? That'll be a long, right? If you get a pullback, you can start entering in. Now, you're going to start asking, but what about entry? Entry techniques is a whole different thing. It doesn't really matter where you enter. As long as you know you're wrong where you are, just like when I entered around here, I knew I was wrong here. So I can enter in. Am I going to bust my nut because, I should have wished I entered in here. I wish I entered into here. No. I was happy to say, yeah, this is where I'm right, this is where I'm wrong, I'm going to go in for the entry. And that's all it is, right? So, like, if you're looking for, wicks and whatever, you know, like, there's a lot of things, I'm telling you, this is then becomes a whole, it doesn't become me explaining some plans, it's now become trying to give you lessons out there, and I don't really have the time for this as well. There's a lot of lessons, there's a lot of things to go over, you know, to break this down. I mean, mix up with the market structure, mix it up with your ranges and stuff like that, mix it up with wicks and stuff like that, look at all the blocks, all that kind of stuff, they all come together. It's basically to know when the breakout is happening and stuff like that. There's a range of stuff that you got to add to. When you add them together, it makes a lot of sense as well. But like on its own, it's very difficult to explain there. Your drawings are proper sharp. Thank you so much for that. I used to be an artist when I was young. I used to draw loads of anime like Goku and shit like that, Vegeta, Trunks, Naruto, Bleach, Ichigo. Loads of crazy stuff. I used to draw a lot when I was young. So I got a nice surgical hands, I gotta say. But yeah, so that's it. That's BTC. Now let's go Ethereum. Ethereum is a quick one. Let's just talk about what's going on. Now Ethereum, I told the guys in the beginning I wasn't too comfortable, right? So where did we come to? This level here is important. So let me just go back, zoom out, and show what the fuck I'm looking at. Right? Number one, again, same thing. Very different to BTC. BTC is right over here, isn't it? Right? When you look at 2022's high, that's 2022's high for Ethereum, that's 2022's low over here. We are at mid-range. We are bouncing between these 2 points over here, and that's a quarterly range over here, which we range bounded from quite a while as well, for a good 3 quarters before we actually are breaking out as well. So from a high time frame perspective, right, if you're looking for entry and stuff like that, all you got to do is accept. Let me just bring this across. Right? All you gotta do is once we get back above the mid-range and we start holding this and show me higher highs, right? That's your entry for you. That's your confirmation. When you start showing higher highs, when you're showing higher highs, what are you looking for? Your next, you're targeting liquidity, fair value gap over here, and liquidity over here, because you are playing within the low to high. Sorry, the high to the mid. Mid, it bounces up, comes back down, all the way down to low, low back to mid, and now we're looking for the mid back to the high. That's all we're looking for. That's all we're looking for. So we're working this out one step at a time. So that's your confirmation plan to go all the way towards this level here. Now, I'm not saying we're going to go all the way to fucking... I mean, we could do... we could fucking do that. I don't see why not. I don't see... Yeah, we could fucking do it. It's possible. It's very, very possible that we can go to 38.94 before having any serious pullbacks and breakdowns and shit like that. So, I don't know. But I do think 3K is going to be on the table once we reclaim this level here. This level here is 23.87, and that's the mid-range. That's all it comes down to. Now, that's the breakout plan. So, you guys are well aware on how to play the breakout plans, looking for these liquidity up here, and how to get so. Now, drop it down to the 1 hour. What's happening over here? what we're doing here is we got, let me just mark this out. We are playing within this high over here and this low over here. What are those two levels? This is literally, oopsie daisy, let me do that. That is 2022's mid-range, right over here, acting as resistance, right? And that is a quarterly range high, which we talked about. I think it's the second quarter of the year itself, and that's the range band environment. Someone's calling me on a private number. Let me see what's up. Hello? Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Father Azara, please?
Yeah, this is he speaking. How can I help? Oh shit, that was the hospital. I was gonna fucking prank call this shit as well. That's why I put on loudspeaker to take the piss a little bit. But when I heard when I heard like the way she talked, I'm like, oh shit, let me mute everything so you guys don't hear personal information there. But excuse me for that as well. So yeah, so we are playing within these ranges over here. Now I can make a range bound environment where we are. This is the mid range. Flip this level here. I know where I'm gonna be playing for. Price is addicted to fair value caps, at least to minimum targets. To these levels over here, right? This low over here. Why this low? Because this low acts as support. There's a deviation, we shank back down. This is going to be acting as some sort of resistance here. That's an easy target there, and pushes up going into, well, and also we got Monday's high, which is somewhere over here. That is Monday's high is right here. That's Monday's high. Going for Monday's high and going into that 23. 86 level, 87 level, which is the 2022 mid-range. That's what it is. That's the plan out there. And once we reclaim and hold above it, right, something like that, you see, take out these highs there, bullish price action. Maybe we get a bit of a dip. Once we take out this high, that's your confirmation for higher prices. Off we go, and that's it. Then we start looking for the higher prices towards like for the 3K level and whatnot as well. So that's pretty much it when it comes to that. Now looking at Monday's range, same thing, right? I'm gonna add on Monday's range. All I'm looking at is now, I think if you maybe give me a better, clearer view as well. So we got Monday's high, Monday's low. This is the mid range. Broken these highs. You see that? We've taken out these highs there. So I don't mind if it was to come back down into this area there, find support, shows me bullish price action, reclaims this there. Then I would say, well, that's my invalidation. That's the deviation there. We are showing higher highs. Then I'll be looking target, and then we'll see what happens for extended targets in this area. And then we'll see, do we actually, this is Monday's high, do we actually come back down? And this is a short playing it back down to the mid-range, back down to the range low. And it's just a ping pong of this area, of this high here and this low here. That's all it is. That's as simple as that. Play both sides until it breaks out. And when it's ready to break out to the upside, play the upside. So when he does something like this, as we discussed, play to the upside. Or the shorts, if it plays back down over here and breaks down, lower lows, that's it. But if the dollar index is breaking down, trust me, I think Ethereum starts fucking flying. And same as fucking, BTC. As we can see, BTC is fucking doing its thing as well. So there, that's pretty much the plan there. Simple as that. Keep it simple. That's what we're saying. Your only thing definitely to add to that as well, you're entering and knowing what you're wrong. Then you have to get comfortable with what the market gives. Doesn't always have to be the perfect entry 100%. Sometimes I don't get the best entry. I like to have a nice entry as well, but you have to bear in mind I'm an aggressive trader. That's the way I play. So like I love playing with aggression as well. I'll get stopped out, don't get me wrong. I don't have a 100% success rate. That's not true. I have had a very good month. October, November, December. Well, October, November, I definitely had a great month. December has been, it's been really, really pleasurable to me. I'm really blessed by that as well. And let's see. Is that coming to the end of the year? I don't really care about success rates or whatever. All I want to do is have the banks in it. That's all it is. I think that's all that matters. You know, it's one thing that kind of annoys me a little bit. You know, when people saying like, "Oh yeah, what's your win rate? What's your win rate?" Shut the fuck up, man. What do you mean win rate? Well, what is this? A game of Tekken or a game of fucking I want to make money? I think it's about making money at the same time. You know, it's not about making double digits R's. Sometimes I get those double digits R's. I'm showing them quite regularly that I'm getting them as well. But it's not about doing that. It's about like, are you doing the right thing to make profits, and then are you taking profits? There's all these little things as well. But trading's trading. Spots are spots. Spots have been chilling for a while. What's going on, Caffrey? How's it going? Mexico's RNDR. Yeah, beautiful price action. It's perfect. Those levels that I showed, I mean, stopped me out though. It was stopped me on break even, the bastard over here. But you see that the fucking held over here, held there. I was like, yeah, this is cool. Had a stop loss at break even. Stopped me. I'm like, fuck. Then I saw this break these highs there, comes back there. I had to, it's an entry over here, pushes up to this level there, and then RNDR. I reckon is once we reclaim this high over here. So you could do something like this, maybe do something like that. Reclaim and hold above it, bullish price action, off we go. 4618 is one level there. There was another one, I think it's Algo. Someone actually asked for that. I'm going to squeeze that in quickly and I'm going to head out. Because I think if Shaz is still here, I want to jump on some COD with these lads. Was it Algo? Something like that. I'm trying to find it for you. Any questions though? In the meantime, drop your fucking questions if you want to. I can't really see the fucking comment. You know, when someone asks me that for for the chart something, has to be tomorrow then. Yeah, I don't really see. Maybe I'm just being fucking mad. Yeah, maybe I'm being mad, but I can't really see it. I'll do it tomorrow now. Says Yoni saying as long as your bankroll is growing, that's all. That's bro, 100%, man. You know, 100%. You know, and Mexi God is saying he made 15. Oh, alhamdulillah, good for you as well. Can you elaborate on liquidity? I know you're good at it. Liquidity is just where stops are resting. So, for example, these highs, this high over here, if you're looking for a short, where you're gonna feel comfortable, you're gonna there are people put it here, some people might put it here, but a lot of people are gonna feel like I'm safe over there. You know, I'm safe at that area there, and that's what liquidity is resting. Like liquidity is resting here is where the stops are resting. Those who are shorting, once we take those shorts, the shorts then becomes as a form of buys, and then it pushes the markets up higher as well. So same thing here. If you're longing, right? If you're longing, and for example, you can place your stop loss here, place your stop loss here, place your stop loss here, stop loss here. These are all liquidity. That's what it is. So it hunts liquidity where stop losses are going to be placing. That's going to be key liquidity over here. A lot of lows, a lot of whoopsie daisy, a lot of stop losses are going to be resting here for those who are long. And if you are looking for longs, right, like you feel like a lot more comfortable putting it here on a wider stop loss. I don't know why you would do that. I mean, everyone's different in that kind of style, but that's what it is. Maksud is saying, should I exit my short on BTC? I can't tell you that, bro. But I'm looking to hunt you guys down, though. Although I am making money in long now, I don't understand. Should I exit my short trade on BTC? Are you on a short trade on BTC? I wouldn't be on a short trade. I'm not taking any short trades, so I can't really tell you what you should do, what you shouldn't do. You know, I could be wrong, but like for me personally, I'm looking for Monday's high, which is like a liquidity, and then look for further highs itself. So I've got quite a nice trade going on there. So I can't really tell you what you can do, what you can't do as well. So like short at 41k, but I don't know. What's this guy on? 41k is over here, bro. Like here, this is around 41k. So you're gonna short here? Bro, I talked about Monday's range. You know, Maksud. I said like if he does this, right, I can take a day trade short, target 1, target 2, lose the mid range, and then go to around here over there. And I'm talking about taking a short from 43.805 if we get bearish market structure. That's the short I'd be looking for, not 41k, personally speaking as well. So. Yeah, I can't really advise what you should do, what you shouldn't do. I mean, I posted my longs publicly on Twitter. So, but yeah, is PA cleaner when applied to Forex? 100%, 100%. I love PA on Forex. It's so much easier. If you can do crypto, right, Forex becomes a lot more easier. you know, it's very respectful. Crypto isn't as respectful in terms of price action as you'll see compared to forex, but if you can master a bit BDC, trust me, it's easier. But like for me personally, I was started off from forex. I mean, I tried with crypto. I lost money on crypto, obviously, which I said in the beginning of the stream, and then afterwards I went to freaking forex. I started trading. My favorite pairs are Euro USD, gold. What else is there? A couple of them as well. I don't like cable. Cable is GBP USD. I hate that. That's always been my enemy. You never done forex? Definitely look at it. It's great. You know, like so in the month of September and October, when BDC was really dead, I just switched to forex. I started scalping freaking SPX and shit like that. So that was like I was still be able to, because like I'm a trader, right? So like my source of income comes from trading. So I need to make sure I hit a quota to pay off all my monthly bills and shit like that. So I mean, yeah, I can take out money from my savings and all that kind of stuff and all that malarkey, but I like to trade. I mean, I don't like sitting on my hands for too long. So in those 2 months when crypto was quite dead, I went to forex. And it was all right. But that's the good thing about if you're able to leverage trade as well. So you can actually flip back and forth and play both sides, both forex and crypto. So do check it out. You know, definitely check it out. Obviously, you know, let's go through the whole, you know, non-financial advice situation as well. You know, don't use money. This is all education purposes. You know, the whole monarchy that we have to explain, because of the I can get fucking sued for some shit. I don't know, but like just keep it simple. You don't use money that you can't be using, that you can't afford. You know the whole thing. But like literally practicing on forex ain't gonna hurt. You can actually paper trade forex if you want to. So if you just drop down to like Euro USD and understand what dollar index is doing, and then you can be trading the forex itself quite well. So at least practice it, so you know that it's a skill that if you ever need to go back onto, you can always jump back onto forex. Okay, so oh bless you, Mixie God. Right, so that's all I've got to say actually. Just want to say thank you so much for actually coming on. Tomorrow we'll actually do the alt session. And we'll get a couple of alts here and there, talk about some INJ and all that kind of stuff. Just to bring it up, INJ is at all-time high. I'm just looking at it right now at $29. I took a long, well, not long, I spot bought this at 580, so that's doing all right. Doge is at 9 cents, 9.6 cents as well. I openly said that on Twitter. At 7 cents that I bought Doge. There's a bunch of shit there. Solana at $17.50, $17.58 is when I bought it. It's now at freaking. I'm looking at Solana at $80 is going to be a resistance factor. It's at 71.38. So Solana is going to be a resistance at $80. I will explain that tomorrow. And after that, $93 will be the next set of resistance there. Okay, so we'll talk about that there. Maksud said, I recently came across your name during someone's stream, and I want to express my appreciation for your trading and analysis. Your ability to trade and analyze the market has been nautic. I don't know what you said, Maksud, but thank you. I think that was kind words you're trying to say. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I generally am. So stick around. You know, like I'm not planning to leave anytime soon. 2025 is when I'm going to be leaving for good. I don't really plan on actually staying around on here. I want to disappear, go off the grid kind of thing as well. So from now, for the next year and a half, 2 years, take as much knowledge as you can from me as well, and I wish you nothing but the best, and inshallah we'll make the best out of it as well. I don't know if it's your first bull run or second bull run or whatever. If it is your second bull run as well, and you've entered the first one and you didn't take profits, it's fine. It happens. We all make mistakes. I did too in 2018. I didn't take profits. I lost everything. So we all have to learn the hard way, but inshallah we'll do it. And the good thing is, like, you guys are so early. You know, that's what I'm saying, is like you guys are so early. You have to bear in mind the halving ain't gonna happen till April of next year. So we've got 4 months before the halving, and after the halving, then we start rallying up, and then retail comes in. When retail comes in, that's when shit goes parabolic, all right? And that's somewhere around 2025. We'll have to start looking at the exit in the market itself. Okay, so I got spot bags from the beginning of the year, since January itself. So I've been building my spot bags continuously, and I don't plan on selling anything until going forward as well and whatnot. Okay, so we'll see how it goes. Mexi says like, "Oh, Teresa Gomez, is that you, my bro? Oh, fucking Mexi God, is that your name changed? You guys don't even know who Tereso is. Tereso, he's a fucking gangster. The guy used to be on my stream all the time, always actually interacting with me as well. Has showed me a lot of love, a lot of respect as well. So I'm really happy to hear that you're doing well and you're still here, my bro. Thank you so much, man. I'm truly, truly honored to have some of these old fans here. So bless you, my bro. Klaus here, inshallah. Ameen. So Labinat says, do you still think that we are in a good time for long-term accumulation? Bro, I've been buying, you know, because you have to look at it this way, right? Okay, fuck it. Let's spend some quick time on CoinMarketCap, right? Because there are a lot of guys on Twitter that will actually post, not on Twitter, on YouTube. They start off with CoinMarketCap, right? I know this why, because I used to follow this guy called Super. What's about 16 cents. We popped to 17. Okay, I'm in par, by the way. I've been in par since day one. But I know a lot of guys who likes to do on YouTube, right, to start with CoinMarketCap, and it's absolutely fine as well. So like CoinMarketCap, the reason why it's really good is that you have to register in your mind what certain price are. Don't worry too much about like, oh, it's at certain dollars or certain cents. What's important is it's the market cap. The market cap is going to be a key thing, right? So if you let's look at Bitcoin market cap, right? You can go onto that, go on the market cap, right? The whole market cap, the all-time high was at $1.3 trillion, okay? 2017's high was at what? Freaking 300 billion. Then we make an all-time high to a 1.3 trillion. What's the next all-time high? It's going to make a new high on this market cap. What is the market cap? The market cap is basically like let me just move this to the side a bit more over here so you guys can see. There you go. So the market cap is basically the circulating supply times by the price of that, and that's what the market cap comes into. So there was a post saying that, like, let me just bring this up on Twitter, and I actually messaged this. I actually talked about this on Twitter, right? All right, so you see this, right, like from Bitcoin News, okay? It says here, Justin Vanek, analyst, predicts that a Donald Trump presidential victory in 2024 will lead to the dismantling of the SEC's hostile regulatory approach and the price of Bitcoin to soar past 100K. Okay, interesting. Right, Donald Trump predicts to trigger a 2024 $2 trillion Bitcoin price boom. It's not going to mean $2 trillion in terms of the price itself per Bitcoin, right? You do the maths, do the market cap, right? So do the math, guys, right? $2 trillion divided by the 21 million, which I chose the max supply, all right? Let's fucking do this together. Calculator, right? Right, let's do this together, right? So let's go back to CoinMarketCap. The stream is going on longer than I planned for, so hopefully I'm not boring anybody else. But let's just do some maths together, right? I hate fucking, teaching people maths, right? Because like I understand it, but most people don't get it, which I can I can totally respect. So we're gonna do it slowly. $2 trillion is what, right? So you do 2 trillion, that's 2 million, that's 2 billion, that's 2 trillion, all right? Divided by the circulating supply, which is at currently is 19,569,112. Where did I get that number? That number is right over here, right? Right. By the halving itself, there's going to be more of Bitcoin out there, right, and whatnot. Okay, cool. So if I equals that, it comes to $102,000. So they're expecting that if Donald Trump wins, we'll go to $102,000. Okay, fair play. But we know that's going to be good. Right, we know Bitcoin's going to go higher, right? Because we're Bitcoin guys, we're in crypto. We expect higher prices to sell. Number one, right? That's number two. Number two, what's important is, right, when it comes to presidential election. Now, I know some of you guys might be from Europe or from like America and all that kind of stuff. You might have difference of opinion when it comes to politics in terms of the Democrats and the Republicans and all that kind of stuff. Fuck that shit, right? I don't care what they fucking say. Nobody's treating fucking cancer. No one's treating anything. Everyone's looking for their own fucking money. That's all they're looking for. Whether like it's Labour in the UK, they're fucking bullshit. Whether it's Conservative in the UK, it's fucking bullshit. Whether it's Republican in the US, it's bullshit again. Whether it's Democrats in the US, it's bullshit again as well. I don't understand. Now look, I get it, the parties and whatever, and you might be this and that, but I'm talking about money here, right? When it comes to money, does it really matter who is in power? Because as long as your pocket is full, that's what matters. But one thing that has never really failed, right, is the idea of who comes into power when it comes to the presidential election. Every time the Democrats get into the Democrats come into power, dollar index actually soars. And we talked about in the beginning, right, that if dollar index goes up, what happens to the SPX? Sorry, if the dollar index goes down, the SPX goes up, and Bitcoin goes up. What happens if dollar index goes down? It goes up. If dollar index goes up, then the opposite happens. SPX will go down, and Bitcoin goes down. So, when the Democrats come into power, dollar index soars over the next 4 years. Generally, over the 4 years, dollar index actually have a trending market to the upside, which means it's bad for the SPX, it's bad for Bitcoin. When the Republicans come into power, dollar index drops, which is good for the SPX and it's good for Bitcoin. Okay? It's like that all the time, right? You don't believe me? You can actually Google this up yourself. You can figure it out as well. It's all up there on the internet. You can just check it out. But I'm just telling you how this works out. So, ideally, whether you like Trump or not, I don't really want to get into that bullshit. I don't want to have an argument with that stuff. I think Trump is funny. I think he's got fucking balls, and he's a funny lad in my opinion as well. He's the type of guy I would love to fucking chill out for a day and just learn from him as well. He's a smart guy. You gotta give it to him, whether whether you agree or disagree. He's a funny guy, and he really knows to play with your fucking emotions. And you become invested to him as well, which is a joke to it's a mad joke anyway. But if the Republicans win, dollar index goes down over the next 4 years, generally speaking. All right, SPX goes up, Bitcoin goes up. It will be good for the freaking bull run. It'll be very, very good for the bull run. So that's what it comes down to. So when it comes to like going back to the question, let me string this back onto the freaking question that like who was it? Labinot was asking if it's still a good time for long-term accumulation. I'll still say yeah. You're never too late. Do you know when you become late? It's when the halving comes into place. So if you look at CoinMarketCap, look at some of your okay. Let me give you PAL for example. I'll give you PAL for example because that's what I'm in. All right. So PAL AI is an AI cryptocurrency that I'm in since day one. And if you look at the whole thing, we started from the very beginning and we rolled all the way up there. Other than 100x, I've done over 100x on this one. I'm planning to go even a lot more. It's 123 million market cap right now. I reckon this goes to about $500 million, goes to $1 billion, and maybe higher, which means it's a 10x from here. But in the bull run, when you start seeing 50x, 100x's all over the fucking places as well. When does the bull run happens? This will be another episode. This will be on another episode of Bitcoin and Ethereum, which we will touch base on when it comes to relation to SPX and BTC. The relation, because we talked about Bitcoin going up and SPX going up, all right? But we haven't talked about the relations between the two of them, how important that is, and what we're looking for, the science of what's good and what's bad. It's bad when Bitcoin overtakes SPX. It's good when the SPX is above the Bitcoin. We'll talk about that after a whole different scenario. But regardless of that, if you recall, let's go back to a project like Matic, right, in 2020, right? I'm just going to use a couple of examples as market cap. I'm not talking about price, I'm talking about market cap, right? Go to all, right? Back in 2020, the market cap over here, that's not the fucking right. Matic, market cap, doesn't want to show it to me for some reason. Oh, is it changed to this one? Oh, they changed the bastard. Okay, fuck them. Who should we use? Solana. Let's use Solana. Solana, everyone likes Solana as well, right? No one's got any beef with Solana. Okay, Solana. Back in 2020, right, before the halving, right, before the halving itself, right. Actually, the halving happened in May. Back in the very beginning, we don't really have much thingy market cap, but you can see in 2020, June, July, right, we had like. Is at 50. Look from here, from June 2020, is at 10 million market cap. It just shoots up. That's Solana. Let's use another one. Let's use fucking I don't know. Trying to think of another one. Nia Protocol, right? Nia Protocol is an interesting one. Market cap, right? Let's look at that. The whole thing. Let's go back in 2021, right? When he launched in freaking October, in October 2020, it was at 118 million market cap. It shoots all the way there, halving it's after the halving. 2020 in January 2021, we have the bull run start to happen. We start going to 700 million, 800 million, a billion. We go all the way to freaking about 12 billion. 12 billion from 100 million. So what's that? In terms of market cap, in terms of multipliers, 100 times by 10 to 1 billion is 10x. Times by 12 is 10 times 12 is 120x in market cap. So to answer your question, Labinat, right? Do you still think we're in a good time for long-term accumulation? Absolutely. I think so. Again, it's not financial advice, but I have no intention to sell PAL at 100 million market cap. You know, I think this goes up because I've showed you Solana goes from 100 million market cap goes up to 70 billion. Does it go to 70 billion? I don't know, right? I wouldn't mind it, but does it go to 10 billion? Quite very fucking possible. You know, we just need that right time, the right retail to come into as well. We need a fucking bull season, a real hardcore one, and then everything goes shit flying. And all these good cheap prices is not gonna come. Dude, Luna, I bought Luna at 30 cents, man. Where did he go to? All time I was $100. I didn't sell it $100. That's the truth. But you know, I didn't play the game properly at the time. Luna, I sold at like $1. I started selling about $1, 3, 5, 10, and I was out by 10 actually. So I wish I held on to it. Now this is a hodl game to me. Hodls are the ones that wins throughout the run as well. So we'll do a video on hodling games as well, on the hodl games and whatnot, and talk more about some of these things. If you guys enjoy that kind of stuff as well, let me know, and we can actually talk about like coin market cap and stuff like that. We can actually focus on that. Look at some. I'm not good at fundamentals, but we can look at a few things here and there as well. Democrats, everybody's talking about the AI coins in the next bull run. But what's your opinion on privacy orientated coins? Monero, I don't know. I think Monero is not going to have it. I don't believe Monero is going to actually. I think, yeah. Privacy coins, I do believe it's going to have a thing. But when you look at it this way, right, it's 3 billion market cap right now. I don't know. Like, to me, my biggest sectors that I've got, right, a lot of money on is on AI coins and gaming tokens as well. Gaming coins, GameFi. I have a big stash on that as well, like stuff like Kata. I've got a few other private sales here and there and whatnot. I'll be honest with you, I am personally investing in a couple of projects here and there. But yeah, I think that they're going to be a big one. I believe privacy coins are going to have a massive run too. But I haven't seen any spark on it just yet. So I can't really comment on it too much just yet. But in the bull run, everything runs, to be honest as well. Everything runs. I look at Monero. Monero back in 2020 shut down to freaking, let's go to market cap for the sake of argument's sake, shut down to about, let's say, $1 billion. If you bought into $1 billion, it went up, what, 8x? Yeah, about 7 billion. Then he went up to 8 billion. So it's still like, what, 8x as well. Which means it doesn't give you much of a play. Like these high caps, these large caps, they don't give you much. This is a rank 25 coin as well. These large caps don't give you massive multipliers. I think you want to look for more mid caps and low caps that will actually give you the more multipliers in there, which is like the 100 million market cap and above. If you want to go even more daring, the smaller ones like 50, 30, 20, like something like AIX. I'm in AIX as well. I've been in AIX since 2 million market cap. Again, it's not an alt session, but I'm fucking doing this now anyway, so I hope you appreciate this. It's going on for quite some time as well. So shout, like, you know, give me, smash the likes as well. So last one, and I'm going to bounce off, right? AIX, right? So AIX is another project I'm in, right? So I call this one at 2 million market cap, right? It's at 24 cents, which is at 21 million market cap, right? 21 million market cap. That's now what, 10x for me? 10x of my investment there. It's not fucking bad. It went up to 26 cents and stuff like that. So you've got guys like Capo's in there, Wiz is in there as well. So I'm personally invested. Like I personally bought this at 2 million at 2 cents right over here, right around here in October, 21st October. I remember that really well. I believe it was a Friday, if I'm correct. 21st of October. Let me have a look. Let me try and get the fucking time. The camera's in the way. 21st of October. Oopsie daisy. Let me close this. 1 second. Try and get. Did you know what? Let me get my phone instead. Let me get my phone. I don't know why I'm doing this without a fucking phone. Calendar. Yeah, it's a Saturday. Yeah, so on the Friday I bought it at 2 cents on the 20th then. So I bought in at 2 cents. This is a range band environment. Consolidation over here. As you can see, let me change the color. Make this into white. This high caps the market there. Resistance, resistance, resistance. This low here, support, support, support all the way through there. We break above it. We're holding this level. They're consolidating. What's the highest cap in the market now going forward any further? It's going to be this high. This is the high. Once we reclaim this level there, this is now bullish price action going up for higher prices. And I reckon we go to 100 million and plus more as well. So again, AIX is another project that I'm actually in. I've got a massive bag on that too, and I'm staking it too personally as well. So that's what I'm looking at. And it's ranked number 9 over here as well. You can see it there, just going across. So but yeah, we'll talk about more alts tomorrow. It's freaking 11:20. I want to actually fucking log off as well. I just want to go chill out, especially after fucking getting bit by a fucking dog in it. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, and we'll speak soon. All right, catch you guys tomorrow. We'll do a stream on alts itself, and we'll look at a bunch of alts here and there, and then we'll go from there. All right, take care, everybody. Thank you so much for actually coming on, and hopefully you learned a few things. And if you're new here, subscribe.
Stick around. We've got a long fucking time to play, alright? Take care, everyone. Have a great evening. See you later.